Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Geeks of the Round as we discuss Sleepy Hollow, Episode 12. I'm your host, Lou Rod. Joining us this evening is Matt Moore, and also Isaiah, Mr. Logic Mullins. And we are
Oh, that's
joined
awesome.
by Mr. Charles Whedon if he can get his shit together.
Which is
Overall,
pretty much
this
a no.
episode was average at best. What did you think about it, Matt?
I thought it was pretty good. I just didn't think it was amazing. It introduced who I think is a new bad guy, and so that was kind of nice. And then we had a surprise visit from the captain or lieutenant or whatever the fuck he is.
It's Captain
So-
everything. It's Captain.
Yeah, thank you. And so that was kind of nice. But we were missing a little John Noble, so that made me sad.
Yes, we were. Isaiah, what did you think?
Well, unlike Matt, I had no issues with this episode. I really liked it a lot because it introduced a new character and pretty much made a new story element for our characters and heroes and villains. And the Horseman of Death finally kicks some ass and stop being a pussy.
So yes, we get a new character, but will we see him again soon, or will we have to wait another 12 weeks before he's back? A
12
la,
weeks.
you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
No, I think we're gonna see him by episode 3.
Episode 15,
Maybe.
you mean?
Yeah, that. 2 episodes from now.
We could.
And I think maybe it's Holly that's going to find him.
Yeah, but we opened up the show with Lieutenant and Ichabod chilling in the forest where they killed Moloch.
Well, it's Henry killed Moloch.
Yeah, Henry killed Moloch, but still, they all showed up in that one spot.
They
But-
didn't show up there.
The day
The
we-
episode started right after he died. Right after Moloch died.
Yeah, very quick, too.
So they didn't like leave and come back. They were still fucking there.
They wake up,
Right.
and there's one person missing. The question is, where did he go?
Are you talking about Henry?
Yes.
John Noble. The man of the Nobes.
Yes.
He could be John Noble in real life, but today he is known as Henry the Grim.
Henry the Grim?
Yes, he had a grim soul to him. Always evil.
Is he a fucking dark wolf? That's what the Grim is. It's a dark wolf. It's a fucking... he foretells your death. It's a dark wolf. Didn't you watch Harry Potter 3?
I've watched all the Harry Potters, but I do need to refresh my memory again.
But yeah, the Grim is actually a specific character in mythology.
Right.
But I understand what you're saying.
Same here.
And then after all that, it fast forwards to 6 weeks later in the show, where we
Which is, like,
find
interesting.
they had, I guess, a little time of peace in that 6-week break, but then they go to an organic market and pick up a peach that's really rotten.
See, that's their own damn fault for going to an
Strange, too.
organic market.
And Ichabod has to be a dick, too. Like, dude, calm down.
They should know better. Pesticides are there for a fucking reason.
Right. And don't blame Monsanto. Monsanto's trying to do his job. Feed the world, son.
It's like, oh,
I know
strange
it.
that my fruit that has not been sprayed with pesticides has fucking insects in it. How strange is that?
Well,
Ichabod
Yeah.
tried explaining, but then, Lieutenant pulled him away like he was a crazy person, so the woman would stop looking at him, all third-eyed looking and shit.
he was kind of crazy. He had a knife at her, like, dude, you better calm the fuck down before they actually arrest you. Calm the fuck down. But I did like that
Okay,
scene, though.
Isaiah, you need to stop with that shit right now, okay? Like, fuck you, bitch. Like, I will take this conversation serious, okay? And yes,
Oh,
I do
my
keep
goodness,
a knife
that-
at my desk at all times. 2,
He's
actually.
paranoid. beyond paranoid.
But then, excuse me, after that, I believe we take place with Katrina putting a spell to keep evil out of where they've got the Headless Horseman.
Chamber.
Yeah,
It's
the fucking
prison
hobbit
door.
hole. It's a fucking round door. That's a hobbit hole.
Basically, they
Are you expecting
bomb
Bilbo
door
to come through the door any minute now?
Yes.
No,
Bilbo Baggins is gonna go in there
Sherlock.
and steal a fucking ring.
No, I want to see Sherlock. I want to see Sherlock walk through that door. Hey, it's Sherlock. Hey.
No, that's a
no
bridge too far.
Sherlock.
Yeah,
No
Sherlock is the
Sherlock.
fucking dragon. He doesn't walk through any round doors.
No, he just likes to eat dwarfs and have fun. And kill humans.
Yes. Catch them on
He used
fire.
to eat dwarves. People are gonna say like, wait a minute, are you talking about the person or are you talking about the dragon?
Regardless, that's a different movie. Different topic. That we never did get to, by the way. But that will be fine.
For another story.
She is casting the spell, and by the looks of it, she seems to be confused of, do I really want to save this poor soul? Do I want to be with this poor soul?
She
She's
doesn't
caught
seem
in between
fucking
loves.
No, she does not seem confused at all.
She's not.
No.
She's not confused. She's really been pissing me off now. Like, come on, Katrina. This man who killed a lot of people. A lot of people. He is a monster. Don't
But
say
he was-
this way.
He was driven to become a monster because of Ichabod. Let's be real.
Ichabod?
Ichabod stole his woman.
Fuck Ichabod.
Yeah,
Who's Ichabod?
Ichabod is the one who likes to talk in awesome references about past tense time.
Ichabod.
You mean
It's
Ichabod?
Ichabod.
Ichabod.
Ichabod?
You could say crane as well. But again, that's kind of like saying you're blaming the person. Like, for example, I'm gonna say this really weird. Like, let's blame the victim and not the person who actually done it. Because it's like, okay, so we're gonna blame the victim, which is Katrina and Crane, because they made him into a monster. That is utterly bullshit. He's pride and arrogance, like Crane said. So don't put all that mess like, oh, it's their fault too. Like, no, fuck you. Henry's one thing, but no, fuck the horseman. He killed a boatload of people. So fuck
You know what? Regardless if he killed everybody, I'm starting to have a found good respect for the horseman. He's badass and
Yeah, so am
cool.
I.
You know who else
Yeah,
is
he really
badass?
badass.
The guy who realizes that he actually has 6 knives by his desk.
Uh-oh, it's the Swiss Army man over there.
Okay,
Yes.
no. Okay, he's not cool. He's just fucking paranoid. He don't want nobody to rob his house.
No, 4 of them are tools. But 2 of them are
It
not.
still makes you paranoid. He's like Gary Busey paranoid.
Hey, in this hand, I have something that will entertain humanity forever.
Some
In the
rum and
other
coke.
hand- In the other hand, I have a shell, a seashell.
Wow.
Sorry, I
Inquiring
assume
minds
you've
don't
all
want to
seen the
know.
Amazon Fire commercial.
Yeah, I saw that thing like 4 times during Hulu Plus.
Oh god.
But yes, after that particular scene, we move over to Lieutenant and Ichabod roaming the woods, looking for some evil presence. When they are about to call it a night, they start to hear the whispers of hell.
Okay.
Oh, it's a cult. It's a cult, really.
All right, Lou.
Yes.
First off, no one calls her lieutenant.
Ichabod does. He calls her
No,
Lieutenant.
he calls her lieutenant.
Lust.
Left.
So he's lusting
Left.
for some tenant?
Left, as in the opposite of right. Lieutenant.
I could have
Which is
sworn
the
you just
proper
said
term.
lust
Which is the
tenant.
proper. No, it's lieutenant, which is the proper term for lieutenant in the 1700s.
But we're not in the 1700s.
Yeah.
He still calls her lieutenant.
Well, because he is lusting for her.
Not lust. There's no. Never mind.
Yeah, don't go
I
for
give
the
up.
whole.
Go on. Go on. Pronounce it however the fuck you want.
And people get mad at me.
If there are YouTube comments, you need to defend me because you know I'm right.
And people get mad at me for saying some stupid shit. But when Lou Rod is someone else, it's like, okay, never mind. When it comes to Isaiah, it's a long argument.
Because you do it time and 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 time again.
Exactly, because you love me like that. That's how it works, son.
No, son. We're going to go back to discussing what was going on, son. Which
Fine.
happens
Isaiah,
to
you
be
need Ray-Bans. You need to
They
replace those with Ray-Bans.
they end up moving into the barn and decide to shoot their guns and arrows at these awesome-looking creatures that dodge that shit like the Matrix.
They did like
I was gonna say they're in Sleepy Hollow. That's in the south. When things generally move to the barn, then you can call it Lost Tenant. I'm just saying.
But I mean, they were out. It was outmatched though. It was like, yeah, they're outmatched. These views are too strong, literally.
Yeah, they were. But I mean, really, Ichabod is shooting an arrow where and Abby's shooting a gun, and they were rendered hopeless and useless to those three demons.
No, all they had to fucking do was shoot those motherfuckers in the legs. How are you gonna block that shit?
Hit him in the legs. Hit him arrow to the knee. Arrow to the knee. That's
Yes,
what's
thank
Skyrim,
you.
See, Skyrim does it. Arrow to the knee.
Skyrim logic makes so much more sense than Isaiah logic. I
You
once
see?
was an
And that's
adventurer
even
like
more
you,
crazy.
but then I took an arrow to the knee.
Exactly.
But then we have a
Beyond duo.
surprise guest who comes into the barn. The winged Orion.
Yeah, and he was really badass. Like, goddamn, he's badass.
He was
Okay,
badass, I have to admit.
I kind of wish Charles was in here, because I have a question. Was Orion in Supernatural?
You can ask him in the
None
chat.
of you fuckers know.
No, because they don't watch that show. Thank God.
I don't know.
Yeah, I
I
said
never
it,
watched that
folks.
shit. Supernatural to me is
Thank
the
you.
most. That's just the dumbest shit on television.
I hate you both.
I'd rather watch the Vampire Diaries than that crap.
Oh, fuck
Oh
you.
God, I'd rather take death than that crap. Death beyond belief. But however, Charles likes Vampire Diaries, so it's both ways for him.
No. You love Suture.
He
The
likes-
only show he likes more than Supernatural is Stargate, and you fucking know it.
Indeed.
Unfortunately, yes. And he talks so much love for Stargate, knowing the fact that it was a shitty show and movie.
But that is your opinion, my friend.
Opinion, because it's true.
Your
You know
truth is
what?
not knowledgeable.
Lou, I know you're running the hangout. I know you are. So whatever you do not hide Isaiah. Do not block him, okay?
Okay. But yes, we get Orion, who fights off the demon and sends the other two back into the fire.
We didn't start the fire.
No, we didn't start the fire, but the fire was already started.
Yes.
And they were chanting some awesome shit. Talk about, where's my master?
Yeah.
Forth come my master.
Yeah, we didn't light it, but
Right.
we're trying to fight it.
Right. But it was still
Are you
cool,
sure
though.
you want drunk fucking Matt in these hangouts from now on, Lou?
Huh?
Are you sure? Are you
Yes,
sure you want drunk Matt in these hangouts?
Drunk Matt is more entertaining than sober Matt.
Fuck you.
That is true, though. That is true. he's more cool when he's drunk than with Cards Against Humanity. He's fun.
Yeah,
that
but I
way.
can't keep control of these. I cannot keep control of these hangouts when I'm drunk, which is why I attempt to now stay sober when I'm running a hangout. That's why I made sure that you ran it, Lou.
Sober Matt likes to mute a lot. Drunk Matt allows shit to happen.
Exactly, because he doesn't care anymore, because he's too damn drunk
Fuck you.
to eat that chicken.
But then we get the famous
You know what,
question.
motherfuckers? I haven't even broken open my second bottle of alcohol today. Okay, so wait, second bottle. Never mind. I forgot my point.
Save that bottle for tomorrow's discussion of Agent Carter.
No, fuck that. I have to be sober for that shit. As a matter of fact, I might even start it at 4 a.m. Pacific time so I can get drunk after.
Man, I'm not getting up at no 1 o'clock in the morning.
I'm not doing
4
it
p.m. p.m. Which is 1 p.m. your time, fucker.
Fuck that shit. My wife's working tomorrow in the afternoon. Can't do it.
You have a wife?
Yes, sir. I have a wife with
I
4
know.
kids.
How does she put up with your shit?
That's an interesting question for another day.
Okay. It would be like Isaiah telling me he had a wife. I'd be like, what the fuck? Like how?
But you know what?
How?
It kind of goes like this. How we tolerate some of Isaiah's logic, she's learned to tolerate my shit.
Oh, okay. All right, that makes sense.
But back to our discussion. Mr. Orion asks, "Are you friend or foe?" To their reply, "We are friend."
Okay, may I just point something out? Actually, serious at this point. It's
Go
slightly
ahead.
serious. A chakram. That is a fucking chakram. That's the same fucking weapon Xena had.
Yeah.
That's the same fucking weapon that my characters in many role-playing games has had, which is how I recognized it so fucking easily. That is an impossible weapon to use. However, in the fantasy world, it is also the most awesome. In the fantasy world where it's actually usable, it's the most awesome. It really is.
Yeah.
So
But it sucks in battle. It's terrible.
It's a circular boomerang.
Yes, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. But it doesn't come back to you.
There's only one
Wait.
person that we know could wield that in human form, and that would be Captain Boomerang.
No,
Oh,
no,
God.
no. That'd have to be
Okay.
Xena. That'd have to be Xena.
Exactly. The real Xenon.
Like,
Hey, but there was one cool scene with that little weapon is when he put it over his head to make it look like a halo.
Did
Oh,
he
yeah,
put it over? I don't remember that scene.
When it came back, he caught it above his head to make him look like an angel of mercy.
Oh, I totally missed that.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
get them. Look
That's
for
right.
it again.
That was cool.
Yeah, it started glowing.
Glowing. So glow.
Oh yeah.
No, what I thought was a cool scene, and this is a little forward of where we are in the story, but when he ended up throwing it, and the headless horseman just ducked a little to where it actually passed where his neck would be, it ended up going through the fucking wall, and I was totally expecting Abby to just be like, yoink, slice. I was totally expecting her to catch that shit.
Yeah, Abby couldn't catch that thing. That shit would have chopped her hand off.
I don't know. She's a soldier. She's righteous. I don't know that that's the case.
But he forgot. The headless horseman forgot to oh yeah, I have no head. I keep forgetting that too. Oh yeah. Use your head, horseman.
It's like a man who's been circumcised twice. He has no head.
Exactly.
Hey, he sold it really well though by ducking.
Yes.
Right. But also,
Like, he ducked like 2 inches. He's like,
right.
that's it.
Oh,
That was his entire defensive maneuver.
Yeah, but you know,
but
after all that,
we
we ended up going to the bar where Jenny was looking kind of whorish.
You know, Jenny's mom's got it
now.
going on.
What was that,
I
Matt?
know, right?
Jenny's mom's got it going on.
Oh, she was hot, but she was looking kind of whorish.
No, Jenny's mom. Jenny's mom's.
Hey now.
You
I don't know Jenny's
fucking
mom.
know American pop music at all, do you?
Nope.
Oh Lord.
I don't
Jenny was looking.
I don't do the pop music scene.
It's actually not technically pop, but still.
Yeah, it's alternative rock.
But yeah, you know.
Anyway,
and it's actually Stacy's mom, but I was still making the reference anyway.
Yeah, but she was still hot though. I could give 2 blind fucks. Like, yeah. I'll still hit that. Yeah.
Isaiah, who won't you hit?
That's a really
Charles, because Charles will hit back.
No, because Charles seems like a frail little girl. Like, eh.
So do you.
Hey now, I can make that joke because he's not here.
See, the question of the day is this, Isaiah. Would she let you hit?
If she was drunk enough, yes.
Wow, you need that much alcohol in her system?
Hey, she's a good driver. I'm just saying, like, you're gonna get drunk. Okay, fine by me, but I gotta be driving. You know that, right? Okay, cool.
The bartender was hoping to get her really drunk.
Yeah,
Right,
what's up
like,
with
okay,
the
I'm gonna-
bartender? Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never really seen them add a random element like that without some follow up. So are we going to see some follow up with the bartender?
Maybe.
Do we think
I don't
that
think so.
Holly's going to get like ultimately jealous of the bartender, and
I don't think he's
therefore
gonna be
No.
jealous of the bartender.
he's already jealous of the
He's gonna
bartender?
get, he's gonna get laid. He's just what's gonna happen. He's gonna get laid. He's gonna get laid again.
That's just it. Is we already know from last season, early last season, that her and Jenny actually have a past, that they
Right.
fucked at some point.
Yeah, that's been good
Yeah,
too.
they have a past. They look like they've hooked up. You can tell. But I think he
And-
wants to hook
and-
up with Abby.
Yeah, he wants to hook up with
Yeah.
Abby. That's not
He
a
wants
question.
Abby.
That's not even a question. He wants
Yeah.
to do both the sisters. He's like fucking Mr. Darcy. And if
He
anyone
wants to do
knows
them
who
at
the
the
fuck
same
Mr.
damn
Darcy
time.
is, if
Right.
anyone here knows who Mr. Darcy is, I'm gonna have to take away your dude card. My dude card is long gone. I bet you Emmy knows who Mr. Darcy is.
And they touched on that in the open road where they pulled over, and he was telling her about about herself. And she
Yeah.
About
told
herself.
him that shit long sailed to go, that he
Oh, yeah.
keeps moving too much.
No, I
Yeah.
think it sailed long ago because of the fact that she noticed that he was hitting on her fucking sister.
Right.
Could
Plus,
be.
he wanted to
It's
get
like-
both. Like, yeah, I want a threesome.
It's like
And then-
Isaiah. I pretend. I know it's not gonna be that difficult, but pretend I'm a chick. All right.
Oh
We
boy.
dated in like high school. All right. So like 7 years ago, whatever. It doesn't matter. And then now I'm going after your fucking brother. I know you probably don't even have a brother, but let's pretend. Would you even consider fucking dating me again if I'm trying to sit on your brother's dick?
No.
Hell no. Hell no.
Oh boy. Wow. But to your
Make fun of the
point,
drunk guy.
to that point, no, we would not. I wouldn't even talk to your ass no more.
Exactly.
Granted, they have to talk to each other because they're kind of in cahoots, just trying to stop the apocalypse.
Ah, fuck the apocalypse.
Again. Right. I'm trying to get here. I don't care about the apocalypse.
Oh, but
No,
they
here's
were.
the thing. Here's the thing. Apocalypse happens. So I'm gonna get serious real quick. Apocalypse happens. God fucking saves everyone. Apocalypse over. Earth is remade and it's paradise on Earth. Why the fuck are you trying to stop the apocalypse?
That's a good point too. That's a good point.
Because there's always someone in this world that feels that evil shall not prevail.
Evil doesn't prevail. God saves everyone. Everyone goes to heaven eventually. Eventually, everyone fucking goes to heaven.
Even the souls that were damned to hell.
Except the demons. But fuck the demons.
Fuck them all.
Yes.
However, this angel himself was not good news. He was throughout his that caused him a lot of shit to happen. A lot of shit to happen.
He was.
In fucking Revelations, if I'm remembering this correctly, in Revelations, all the souls that were damned to hell eventually finally fucking go to heaven. Because they served their term. They served their life. Now, it's been a long time since I've read Revelations, but from what I remember, everyone eventually makes it to heaven.
Eventually is the key word.
Yeah, it's a long eventually. I think it's like 3,000 years eventually.
So
But
now my
still-
question is this: what the hell was he holding in his hand that he could see where people were at?
His dick. Oh wait, no, you mean that little ball, that tiny ball that was inside the egg.
Yeah, did it become a crystal ball for him?
Yeah, it became a Dragon Ball. Okay,
no,
where's that kind of
because-
Dragon Balls at?
Strangely, my theory was going to be closer to Isaiah's and yours, and that scares me a little. No, the ball changed color depending on how close they were. it didn't actually show a reflection of the present, which a crystal ball does. Sorry, I used to be Wiccan. I've
Oh
studied quite a
Lord.
bit of religions. A crystal ball is actually supposed to show you a vision.
Right.
Okay.
But it wasn't crystal ball. It was mostly. It was
So
really
they
weird
get.
too. Sorry.
So he sees where the horseman and the two demons are chilling,
Really chilling. Like, what's up? What's up?
and if memory serves me correctly, does he call Abby, or was it Jenny that called Abby to tell her?
It was Jenny.
It was Jenny who called Abby. Yeah.
So Jenny calls Abby and tells them, "Oh yeah, they're at the cabin, hanging out, drinking some 40s."
Right. What's up, dog? What's up? What you got on the grill? Oh, I got some ribs, got some chicken. What you got? I'm about the 40s, dog.
They about to, get their barbecue on until
I
Abby.
got some lowriders.
I'm sorry, but I look down on anyone who drinks cheap beer.
Hey, they're in the forest. They need cheap beer. They needed cheap beer because, like, man, we're on a budget.
I look down on people who drink Budweiser.
Oh my goodness! Okay, sorry. I wanted to launch into Southland Tales just now, but I'm not going to.
I never saw that, so those references will go over my head. So keep them to yourself.
Ooh. Watch the movie. Watch the movie. We're having a hangout about it in 2 days.
Okay, you're gonna have to write in another chat so I could go look for these movies, and then I'll watch them. But
Oh my god.
so back to our discussion at hand. Abby
Mhm.
finds out. She summons Orion with that cute little halo chain, that keychain.
Which, by the way, she did not tell Ichabod about at all.
Yep.
Like, she kept that from Ichabod, that she can fucking call Orion at any point.
Yes, she did
Right.
get
That's
that
kind
from
of a big deal.
That's kind of
Yeah, else he ain't real. Yeah, it is shady. It's like, wow, he flew really fast for Abby. Like, damn, that was quick.
He did.
Yeah.
Where the hell he come from?
It's like, oh right, I'm gonna get me some. Oh, you got a mission?
No.
Oh, okay.
The thought I have is that he never fucking went away. Like, he knew she had the charm, so he stayed within a pretty decent
Radius
range of her. Yeah.
He was chilling in the trees up above until she made the call.
Exactly.
It's like a Superman whistle. It's like the Superman whistle. Superman gave to Jimmy. Like,
No.
here's his whistle.
The Superman whistle, that's just it. Is Superman is fucking ultra fast, which means he could be in fucking China, and Jimmy could blow that whistle, and Superman would still be there in just a few seconds.
Yeah, but let's be honest though. Let's be honest. That was the first rape whistle in comic books.
But to Matt's point, I feel he was probably just hanging back to try to follow her to see if she found out something, and he would have just showed up at that cabin by surprise.
Right. He was pretty much a stalker. Like,
he was becoming a
he got
stalker.
the eyes watching. Right.
So, and then we get
watching.
that famous call from Ichabod, who explains to her Orion is the harbinger of destruction.
He's the angel of death. He's the angel of death.
He's not the angel of death.
Well, we can't say he's the
wings.
angel of death. Things have happened either before or after he's left those places. We don't know yet.
Yeah, but all the places he went to, it was like a massive event. He's talking about. Remember, you hear him talk to you about the flood. It's like, okay, dude, you talking about the flood, like they washed over like the whole Noah story. He's talking about all the incidents that happened in history, like. So you're talking about wiping away the debt, like you're being like a Ra's al Ghul type of bullshit. Like, we're gonna clear humanity out and rebuild it again, and we're clear it out again, build it up again. That's Ra's al Ghul's thinking, dude. You're the Black Angel, you evil son of a bitch.
All right, Lou, you see how you can't see my chin right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't see the top half of your head. There we go. Thank you.
You needed my head all on the screen?
We needed to see your fucking eyes.
Oh, you couldn't see my eyes?
Yes, we couldn't see your eyes. We could see you in the fucking thumbnails at the
But then
bottom.
I was giving you my headless horseman reference.
Oh, okay.
So we get to the Ichabod makes the call. She tells Ichabod where they're headed. How the fuck did
It's not
Ichabod get there?
Ichabod! He's not a fucking
Anyway.
composer!
He wish. That would be funny. I really wish.
Ichabod would be like Sleepy Hollow meets like Bach.
How did Ichabod get to the cabin if Abby had the car?
That's
Fucking
another good
Bach.
question too. Yeah, it's true. So he walked
Yeah.
really fast.
Really?
He was part way there already.
He was partway there knowing that he made the phone call from inside their little bat cave in Sleepy Hollow.
Right. Yeah.
Well, they get to the
And they made
cabin.
Yeah.
All right, we already know that Ichabod can drive. It's very possible he has a car as well.
Yes, we do know he
Or
can
stole
drive.
one.
Yes, and that's just
stole
it.
a barber
Not
pole.
only does he drive, but he drives amazingly. Like
No, he
is
drives-
race car.
Yeah.
He drives like he is a Fast and Furious driver. He likes to drift and all that other shit.
Exactly. Exactly. By the way, I know that was like an episode or two ago, but that was an amazing scene that I missed talking about. He's all
Yeah,
like,
me too.
I don't know how to fucker. Like he was all over that shit. That was an amazin scene.
Hey, he was whipping that Jeep Cherokee like it was nothing.
Yeah,
He's like, I've been in
exactly.
corners, nigga. I've been in corners.
Vin Diesel ain't got shit.
60 seconds. Psh, I was going 10 seconds.
So,
So they fight the two demons.
Which was really cool though. But it's not silly.
The fights were good. I'm still trying to figure out how the hell Abby knocked the one guy down. Did she elbow his ass in the face or in the neck?
no, I think she
I think in
fucking
the face.
no, she literally jumped through the air to knock that guy into the face. I mean, seriously,
She
fucking
did.
It did.
She flew through the fucking air. It was like the flying raisins and shit.
She pulled out
No, it was like
a flash punch with her elbow.
Yes, exactly.
it was like Cartoon Tiger Hidden Dragon. It was moving so slow. Wow, that was like a wrestler move right there.
I was gonna say that's like fucking Rey Mysterio. That's fucking a Rey Mysterio move right there.
Right, like, oh shoot, we're about to do some Rey Mysterio shit fighting. Good job, good job.
While those two were throwing hands, you got the Headless Horseman and Orion throwing hands, and Headless Horseman was whooping his ass too.
Well,
He was-
until
He
he
beat-
got
he beat him
hit in the
before.
back.
He was
that's
he
a
was
pussy,
taking it
like,
to him up until the point he got stabbed in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, again.
Literally.
E2 Orion?
But if you noticed it, his little circular blade saw thingy was sucking the horseman's energy.
Yes. Like a wife.
Yeah.
It might be that him sucking the energy is what creates all the destruction around him afterwards.
So Orion, the male angel, was sucking off the headless horseman.
Yes, he was.
I'm not saying I'm against gay marriage, because I'm not. I'm just against marriage completely.
Hey, the horseman had to get his suck on.
I guess so, yeah.
Free too. It was just a free job.
And you know what? Fucking Orion put a ring on it. I'm just saying. He fucking
did.
Put a ring on it.
He put a ring on him.
Yeah, but sadly it was broken in 12 pieces.
The
It was easy,
horseman
too.
wanted to be married, and he wanted a ring. Orion provided him with both factions.
Exactly.
Like, hey, Katrina's not sucking me off. I need someone else.
So,
You know what? I'm just gonna. This is a personal note. A girl wearing all black, where part of that is a bodice, with fucking red hair, is possibly like my entire weakness towards girls. Like that is the hottest fucking thing that can happen for me. And when I was younger, I fucking did that shit all the time. However, Katrina is getting less and less and less and less and less attractive for me.
How the hell
Yeah.
did she end up being there too?
Yeah, it's true too. It's like it's really weird,
How the hell did she get there? Did she ride a magic broomstick?
but
Because she didn't come in. She ain't come in with Ichabod. Or
Yeah, I see what
whatever
you're
you want to
saying,
call him.
too. Ichabod.
She teleported like
B-O-D.
Ichabod.
Thank you.
But
Okay,
the
Ichabod.
character,
Ichabod, not Ichabod. Ichabod.
I don't hate
He's
the,
only
I don't
one
hate
of
the
the most
actress, but
popular
her
characters in
character,
all of American literature.
her character. The
Like I said,
character
she
is
showed
becoming-
up out of nowhere.
Well, because she's annoying. That's what happened. She's just annoying, sad to say.
No, but
She
before we get
really
there,
is. She really is.
before we
One
get to
thing
her
that turns me
annoyance,
off is drama, and she's fucking drama-ridden. She
Yes,
may be
like-
hot. She may be hot, and believe me, she's fucking hot. But
Right.
drama fucking turns me off so much.
and she's been doing
Yeah,
that
so
lately.
fast.
Yeah, exactly. Make
Yeah,
a fucking
and-
decision.
And it's not just us.
Yeah.
Ichabod's been turned off by it as well.
Exactly.
Like, you're not stupid. Like, really? This is the Horseman, and then you're thinking, "Oh, this other bullshit? Really? Really?" Get the
All
fuck
right,
out of
since we're there, Isaiah, I'm gonna ask you a question. Do you see Ichabod
Okay.
and Abby doing anything within the next season and a half?
Maybe,
coupling
yes.
wise.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think it's just a fucking matter of time.
I feel that too.
Yeah,
I
pretty
honestly
much.
feel his presence with Abby is getting stronger feeling wise, where he's losing those feelings he had for Katrina. As she's
Yeah.
growing closer
Yeah.
towards Abraham. I mean, dude turned down a piece of ass at the end of the episode.
No, he hasn't just turned it down one time at the end of this episode. He's turned it down at least twice in the past 2 episodes.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
You know,
like,
you know what? You know what? We should go our separate ways. We should fucking break this shit off. I got my life, you got yours. Like,
Yeah.
he's seriously, like, how are you gonna do that shit? I'm not strong enough to do that. I'd be like,
Right.
eh.
Hey, dude, that was free calling right there. That was free. The kitchen was
Yeah.
open, but he said, "Nah, I'm not hungry right now. I'm good. I'll see you later. Peace."
I don't know how that just made sense to me, but it did.
I don't know.
Well,
That's just
what?
there. Those two. But I could see
Yeah.
Abby and Ichabod hooking up probably by next season sometime.
Or maybe close to the end of the series.
I was gonna
Maybe
say it'd have to be way at the end of next season, or even farther than that. I can't see it
There's like
happening
a fringe moment.
like soon, but I can see it happening.
Yeah,
It's
sometime
like
next
fringe.
season.
It builds up. Right. Like with Peter
That-
and Olivia.
What's up with Abraham? I mean, dude just saved your life, but yet you want to go beat his ass for saving your life.
Right.
He's
It's
got
like,
some
dude, calm the
issues.
fuck down.
Well, here's the thing.
Right.
Here's the thing. First off, Ichabod and the fucking Abby were responsible for putting him in a fucking cage for at least
Okay.
a month and a half.
Okay.
For
You
at
think
least
it
a
was
month and a
that
half.
long?
It was 6 fucking weeks. Yes. Remember
Well, yeah, he was
6
captive for 6
later?
weeks, but before
6 weeks later.
that's right. I totally forgot about that again.
Wanted a pee
So
break.
yeah, he had been in prison for at least a month and a half
He wanted a pee
because
break. Like, he was like,
of
pee
Abby
break.
and Ichabod. So yes, I'd be a little pissed myself.
Right.
And then
But
he made
also, this ain't the second time- this
and
ain't
then
the first
he
time-
made
Right then.
an agreement with Ichabod's wife, and Ichabod obviously had no fucking no
Idea.
problem breaking that agreement.
He didn't know about the agreement at all.
So, do
Yeah,
you guys
exactly.
feel that Katrina's going to be able to break the spell on
Oh, hell no.
Abraham?
Oh hell no!
Oh, hell no.
And-
No.
and
No.
if she does,
It's-
If she does, and I think maybe it's possible, but if she does, Abraham is going to be almost as evil as the Horseman of Death.
But see, now here's the question: if she does break that spell, dude's head is with another thing.
With another thing?
Yeah, that's another issue too.
His head is
The
on another
shaman.
it's on that other creature that fought him in the war
War.
machine. That
Wait,
hasn't
you
been
mean
back
Tony
Of
since
War.
that
Stark?
Yes,
fight.
Henry.
You mean Tony Stark's friend?
Right.
No, not Tony Stark. The guy, the Henry's alter ego.
Henry. It's his war. Horseman of War. Is this what it's called?
The
Yeah,
Horseman of War. Yes. You know that thing that fought the Horseman of War and Abraham has not been back since that fight, and we're now 12 episodes into the season, and we have yet to see him again.
Right. Like, where's this guy
Again,
at?
he was only in the very most recent episode before this one. He's been gone only one episode.
Right.
Who? I ain't talking about War. I'm talking about the thing that fought
Shaman.
War and Abraham. That thing
I'm
took
talking
off.
about Henry.
Well,
Henry was in the very most recent episode before this one.
Yes, Henry got a
Well,
day
we're talking
off.
about the shaman.
He needed a break.
Yeah. He was chilling.
Henry probably woke up after he stabbed Moloch and went home to recuperate, to figure out what his next move is.
Or went to his old job. To be a lawyer.
But the surprising
Yes,
reveal.
And now he's going to star in the TV show as a younger version of himself called Better Call Saul.
Oh, really? Awesome.
which will be discussed February 9th.
Yes, well. I'm a little
Better.
impressed you know the dates, though.
Huh?
I'm a little impressed you know the dates.
Well, because Walking Dead and Better Call Saul both start February 8th.
Oh,
Okay.
shit, really?
So both shows will be discussed on February 9th, if I'm correct.
Fuck. And there
Ooh,
goes
I'm
school
wondering
right
who's running that particular hangout for Better Call Saul.
It's either going to
Some
be you or
loser.
Todd.
Ooh. I'm going to give it to
there.
Todd.
So some loser. Wow, I give it to the other loser.
No, I don't run this shit as much anymore because I like to drink.
A lot. I can drink a lot, folks.
Isaiah,
Hey, there's nothing
Isaiah,
wrong with drinking.
Isaiah, stop being honest. Stop telling the truth.
No, right?
You need to pretend that I'm a sober-ass motherfucker.
Yes,
In other words,
yes.
you need to
Oh,
lie
he's
to
so-
everyone.
He's so
So-
sober that he makes Peter Griffin alcoholic beyond belief. Yeah.
Yes, you never
I
know.
make
True.
Barney from The Simpsons look drunk. But still,
To everybody's
sober.
enjoyment, we got the captain back. But how the hell did the captain come back to life?
that is the
That's a
question
good
for the
question, too.
ages. And by ages, I mean next fucking episode, which is 2
Well,
weeks.
we won't
from
get
now.
that
Version is
episode for 2 weeks because if I'm correct, we have to deal with that fucking boring ass college football game next week. That's why
Which
we're not
college
getting
football?
an episode.
Which one?
The national championship
Come
game
on,
between
how?
Oregon and your hometown of Ohio State.
Okay, your
Oh
hometown.
yeah.
Your hometown of Ohio State. State, town.
Me,
State,
my
town.
home state.
Town, state. You do understand the problem.
He
with
just
that.
ate.
Yes, I'm hating on Ohio State.
Yeah, it'd be like being
Oh, don't,
like,
don't
yeah.
be mad.
Matt, I know you're going to root for your home state of USC. No!
No, you live in Reno. You don't have a college team where you're at.
Are you talking Reno?
What Division One Reno school is there?
The Wolfpack?
Reno
What are they?
911.
I don't know who they are. Oh well.
University of Nevada, Reno? The Wolfpack? Fuck
were they
you,
in any-
bitch.
Were they in any college bowl games that I knew about? Nope. Okay, keep moving.
I'm going to have to do some research for you, aren't I?
I can tell.
And my home, basically
Oh,
my
yeah.
home is going to be USC and UCLA. But if you're talking about Reno,
Oh Lord. what happens too, folks. When Matt is angry, his screen lights up. You know what I mean? He's doing research on something.
Hey, at least I'm not red like Charles.
While Matt is looking up
That's true too.
what college he has in his area, do you have a wild
I
speculation?
already
Mr.
told you
Nolan?
what college is my area. It's the fucking Wolfpack.
There's a whole bunch of wolf packs.
No, not in college football. There's not.
Yes, there is. You got North
No,
Carolina
there's
has
not.
the wolf pack. NC
What's
State
that?
wolf pack.
Sorry, who does?
NC State.
North Carolina?
State. I believe North Carolina State is a wolf as well. I know there's North Carolina Tar Heels. And then they have North Carolina State. But that's a discussion for another day. Speculation, Isaiah, do you have one?
Yes, I do. The speculation for today is Katrina's gonna be really deep in Abraham's D. And so, yeah, she's gonna be more shady than ever. She's gonna be so shady. She's gonna get shadier, more shadier.
And he got muted because he was sounding really robotic. Do you have one, Matt?
I don't know if what are we doing?
Wild speculation.
I think I already did my wild speculation, and that is that Ichabod. Sorry, I'm just trying to mock you. And AB, because if we're gonna mess up names, let's mess them all up.
Abigail.
AB is gonna be all about the pre-colonial dick. I'm just saying.
I can see that happen too.
Pre-colonial, yeah.
Yeah.
But the problem with that would be Ichabod would only be used to one style.
Yeah, he have the swirl on. He can mix it up.
He'll do the basic.
God.
He'll do the basic motions. Abby would have to get him more up to date.
Hey, she tried one time. He was awful in skinny jeans. It was awful.
Yes, he was. I don't have one. So we will be back in 2 weeks to discuss episode 213.
Yeah, 2 weeks. That's a bitch. Yeah.
And you know what? Charles is going to be here to run the fucking hangout because I'm not going to be here.
I know,
because
right?
I am a guest panelist, drunken idiot.
That's nothing new. Everyone knows that, Matt. Everyone knows that.
So,
And now you,
Isaiah, do you have anything to pimp?
besides myself, folks. Yes, folks, I have the Isaiah Zone. Awesome channel with my awesome opinions. And you'll always check out the Awesome Zone. Well, it's just called the Zone, which is like a sister cousin of the Geeks around. Check it out, folks.
So Isaiah, what you have to pimp is your large fur coat, your rather large hat, and your bedazzled cane. That's what you're saying?
Who is also a
Pretty
sister.
much, yes. That's a sister cousin. That is right.
What the fuck is a sister cousin?
Okay,
is
in the
that a
bayou,
hybrid?
no, in the bayous, some people have like intertwined with a brother and sister. However, they're all different relators because their mother and father are actually brother and sister. So they're actually so they're cousins, but they're actually sisters and cousins and brothers. So it's just like
Isaiah, do you remember that time in which you told us that you'd be okay with fucking your niece? Do you remember that?
No.
I remember that. I think we all need to actually bring that up. I think we all need. Did anyone copy and paste that YouTube video? Isaiah's okay with fucking his niece. That's all I'm saying.
You are a sick freak.
Hey now. So who's it niece?
Well,
Is it you guys?
folks, you could also join us again tomorrow night as we discuss the newly anticipated show, Agent Carter. So please join us. Until then, we're out.